Hi and welcome back to Loopy Mabel Vintage Style Crochet. My name's Jane and in this tutorial I'm going to show you the treble crochet stitch, also known as the double crochet stitch in US terminology. This stitch is one of the tutorials that I've been doing on for crochet basics for beginners. So if you're not familiar with crochet at all and you'd like to learn, these are the videos that you need to maybe have a practice with. So if you'd like to join along and practice with me, why not grab a hook and some yarn, maybe grab a coffee, and I'll see you in a moment. So you need to be familiar with the slip knot and the chain stitch for us to get to this point. So if you need to be reminded, then if you want to go back and check out my previous videos where I've done a tutorial on the slip knot and the chain stitch, if that'll help you to remind you, or you need another practice. So here we are going to do the treble stitch. As I said before, this is also known as a double crochet stitch in American terminology. Now we're going to start off, we're going to put our hook in the fourth chain from the hook. So you can see the stitches there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to work into that fourth stitch. Now the reason why we're working into that fourth stitch is this will create the height of the first treble. So to do the first treble, we're going to do a yarn over and go into the fourth stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and put our hook into the fourth stitch, yarn over, pull that yarn through, so you should have 3 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through 2, you should be left with 2 on the hook, yarn over and pull through the remaining 2. Now you see, if you notice that because we went into the fourth chain for the first stitch, that has created like a false treble height for us to get going along the row, and that's the reason why we did that. So we're going to continue along now. So yarn over and going down into the next stitch, pick up the yarn, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through, and that's your next treble. So I'm just going to keep going there for a few just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Down through the chain stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through remaining 2, and again yarn over, pull through, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2. And I'm just going to work all the way along to the end. So if you want to follow along too and work the way along to your end of your chain, and you may want to pause this video, and I shall see you in a moment. Hopefully you got to the end of your row okay. Don't worry if you didn't or you struggled a little bit, because practice makes perfect, and it's only yarn, so you can just pull it out and start again until you get it right. So here we are at the end of the first row. So we're going to now turn our work. Now to turn our work we need to do some chains for us to create that first treble. So you need to chain 3. So we're going to 1, 2, chain 3, turn our work. Now this chain 3 acts as our very first treble, so we're not going to go into the first stitch. We're going to put our hook into the second stitch, and I'll show you why. So down into the second, bring up the yarn, yarn over the first 2 and yarn over the remaining 2, and if you see, that chain has created a kind of false treble to give us the height for us to continue along. So now we can continue along our row with our treble stitch. And just take your time until you feel confident enough with this stitch. And if you'd like to pause the video again while you practice, and I will see you at the other end. Right, so here we are almost at the end, so I'm just going to show you what you need to do. So I've got 1, 2, and that's the chain that we first started off with when we went into the 4th chain from the hook. That's what we created there, so you mustn't forget that, and we're going to crochet into that as well because that is classed as a stitch. So we've got 2 more trebles to go along here. And we mustn't forget this final section here, and that's where a lot of new crochets go wrong. They don't think that's a stitch, and the turn here, by doing so you're going to lose 1 stitch, and eventually your work's going to go in into like a triangle shape. So don't forget this stitch. Now it's quite hard to see, but if you look carefully you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go into the top, the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3. So we're going to put our hook into that 3rd chain, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2, and there you have your lovely neat edge. So we'll turn once more. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn our work. And don't forget, this is going to be classed as our first treble. So we're going to miss the first and we're going to go into the second. So yarn over into the second, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of speed. And it's a lovely stitch. I love the treble stitch, because it's all like, it just flows on your hook. Yarn over, through, yarn over, through 2, yarn over, through 2. I just love it. It's so relaxing. And you will pick up speed as you get familiar with the stitch, as you've practiced. It's just a lovely stitch to do, and it's 1 step up from the double crochet in my previous video. So I'll leave you practice and maybe do a few more rows, and I shall do a few more rows too, and I shall see you in a moment. So here we are again at the end, almost the end of this row, and I just wanted to recap again what I said before. Don't forget these 3 chains here will be classed as a treble, so don't forget it. So I'm going to do 1 more treble into this stitch, and my last treble into the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So there we go. That is the treble stitch. I hope you found it easy. Practice makes perfect, and like I always say, it's only yarn, it's only wool, it's not the end of the world. You're never going to crack it straight away. You're going to need to probably pull it out a few times, throw it in the bin, get it back out the bin, but eventually you will get it, and you will see it is quite a really easy stitch to do. My next tutorial is going to be on the half treble stitch, which is another stitch that you'll probably need when you're crocheting patterns and doing your own thing probably. So that was our video on the treble crochet stitch. I hope you managed to follow along with me. I hope I paced it at the right level for you. If I went too fast or I wasn't clear enough, please let me know, because obviously I want to do these videos so you're actually going to learn something. And if you don't tell me, then I won't know. So please leave a comment in the box below and I will get back to you if necessary. I hope you like my videos. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, please tick the subscribe box. And if you'd like to be kept up to date with all the videos that I'm bringing out, if you select the bell, that will then notify you of my video. I'm hoping to cover all the crochet basic stitches for you so you can follow all the videos right from the beginning, from the chain stitch to the slip knot, right the way through to the treble, the half treble, and the main stitches that you need for you to get going in crocheting. Practice makes perfect, so don't worry if you get it wrong or you feel as if you just can't do it at all. It's just a case of practicing, and don't be frightened to mess it up, because it's just, as I always say, it's only yarn and you can just throw it in the bin and start again. It's not the end of the world, and if I can help you, I will help you, honestly. So let me know in the message box below if you're struggling with anything, and I will certainly get back to you. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and practice makes perfect. And until the next time, happy crochet!